Welcome. I'm Sebastian Mahfood, and you're listening to WCAT Radio, the on-air wing of En Route Books and Media, bringing you the dulcet sounds of Catholic wisdom.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cynthia Toolin-Wilson, the Title IX Coordinator for Holy Apostles. I'm available to address any concerns you wish to bring to me concerning sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence. We hope this series of webinars is helpful to generating awareness about this issue throughout our school community, both on campus and online.
Thank you, Dr. Toolin, for accepting this role that will certainly be a benefit to our community as we move forward with developing a method to address the Title IX concerns of sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence. I'm Dr. Sebastian Mahfood, Vice President of External Affairs at the college. As members of our community know, Holy Apostles, located at 33 Prospect Hill Road, Cromwell, Connecticut, is a dynamic Catholic liberal arts college and seminary devoted to the formation of future priests and leaders in the Catholic community. Our mission is to cultivate missionary disciples for the purpose of evangelization. To that end, we welcome and serve seminarians, lay students, and religious sisters, both on campus and online. Our community is a small but significant one. On our campus in the fall of 2018, there reside 50 seminarians studying for the Catholic priesthood in the college and major seminary programs, 42 religious sisters in the college programs, and 22 priests in the Master of Arts programs. In addition, 29 commuter students, 10 of whom are women, attend the on-campus courses, and 463 students, 179 of whom are women, are enrolled this fall in the online programs. This community of just over 600 students is currently growing at an enrollment rate of about 15% per year, and we are advancing steadily in our work with international students, both those who study on our campus and those, like our 6 students from East Africa and others in the U.S. and around the world, who study online. It's important for us as a Catholic institution to provide guidance and shepherding in all matters pertaining to human and spiritual formation, and among those areas are these with which we are dealing in this webinar series, namely sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence. This series contains 6 presentations over the course of the 2018-2019 academic year and will remain available as podcast on WCAT Radio for the years ahead. During the fall 2018 term, 3 presentations will be given in the months of October, November, and December as follows. In October 2018, which is this presentation, the awareness and prevention of sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence, and communicating with and providing assistance to any student or employee of the institution who is a victim of such assault, stalking, or violence, will be discussed. In November of 2018, the conference will deal with the sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence policies of our college. In December of 2018, the conference will deal with the provisions of Title IX of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act of 1972 and the Jean Cleary Disclosure of Campus Security Policy and Campus Crime Statistics Act. Each of these conferences is being given live with the opportunity for people to call in and ask questions. We hope that the conferences in the fall will help inspire discussion and dialogue for the spring, during which 3 presentations will be given in the months of January, February, and March. In January, we'll discuss the victim-centered response and the role of community-based sexual assault victim advocates. In February, we'll discuss the role and functions of each member on the campus resource team for the purpose of ensuring a coordinated response to reported incidences of sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence. And in March, we'll deal with communicating sensitively and compassionately with the victims of such assault, stalking, or violence, including, but not limited to, an awareness of responding to victims with diverse cultural backgrounds, and providing services to or assisting in locating services for such victims. So those are the 6 conferences. We hope that because they are designed for the community, that we'll have community participation and interaction in coming up with creative solutions to these kinds of issues that plague most college campuses in the United States. Today's talk is designed to inaugurate this series in its generating awareness and prevention of sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence, and to open the door to introduce you to our Title IX coordinator, Dr. Cynthia Toolin-Wilson, whose voice you will hear at the beginning of each of these webinars, for those who need assistance because of such things. It's important to note that the provision of these webinars is in response to Connecticut Public Act No. 1411, which is an act concerning sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence on campus. The act defines these terms as follows. Sexual assault means the use of sexual force, whether aggravated or not. This is intended in the case of our physical campus in Cromwell, Connecticut, but I extend it to our online and commuter community, since it is possible for sexual assault to occur in distributed environments. As a priest friend of mine once stated in a Dead Philosophers Society conference he hosted many years ago, it is possible to sin against someone, even online. Stalking means 2 or more acts, including, but not limited to, acts in which a person directly, indirectly, or through a third party, by any action, method, device, or means, follows, lies in wait for, monitors, observes, surveils, threatens, harasses, communicates with, or sends unwanted gifts to a person, or interferes with a person's property. As with sexual assault, it is possible for stalking to occur in distributed environments. If you experience it, do not remain silent. Thirdly, intimate partner violence means any physical or sexual harm against an individual by a current or former spouse or person in a dating relationship with such individual that results from any action by such spouse or such person that may be classified as a sexual assault, stalking, or domestic family violence. So those are the 3 terms with which we're dealing. And there's a list of very specific state statutes concerning nuances in these terms on the State of Connecticut's website, a link to which will be provided from our website. The laws that seek to correct such activities obligate institutions of higher learning to act in a certain way, and one of those ways includes the kind of instruction this series of webinars is intended to provide. In my institutional memory, we've never had crimes of this nature occurring within our community reported to us. That is not to say that consensual inappropriate behavior hasn't ever occurred, but the school has a policy in place with which to deal with either kind, the criminal and the inappropriate. In the spring of 2013, the administration of the school updated its policy to guard against and respond to such behavior in light of updates to similar policies in the Diocese of Norwich. Holy Apostles' policy, along with the policies of the Diocese of Norwich, are available on our website, and given that the school's policy has reached its 5th year, it is up again for review. It will be the subject of the 2nd of our webinars. During this review process, the school will affirm its commitment to 2 specific kinds of responses, which PA 1411 defines as follows. The victim-centered response, which means a systematic focus on the needs and concerns of a victim of sexual assault, stalking, or intimate partner violence, that ensures the compassionate and sensitive delivery of services in a non-judgmental manner, ensures an understanding of how trauma affects victim behavior, maintains victim safety, privacy, and where possible, confidentiality, and recognizes that victims are not responsible for the assault, stalking, or violence committed against them. And the trauma-informed response, which means a response involving an understanding of the complexities of sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence through training centered on the neurobiological impact of trauma, the influence of societal myths and stereotypes surrounding the causes and impact of trauma, understanding the behavior of perpetrators, and conducting an effective investigation on behalf of victims who have suffered trauma. PA 1411 furthermore states that our policy review shall include provisions for the following. There are 7 of them. The first, detailing the procedures that students and employees of the institution who report or disclose being the victim of sexual assault, stalking, or intimate partner violence may follow after the commission of such assault, stalking, or violence, regardless of where such incidents has occurred, including persons or agencies, to contact and information regarding the importance of preserving physical evidence of such assault, stalking, or violence. The second, providing students and employees of the institution who report or disclose being the victim of sexual assault, stalking, or intimate partner violence both concise written contact information for and, if requested, professional assistance in accessing and utilizing campus local advocacy counseling, health, and mental health services, and written concise information, written in plain language, concerning the rights of such students and employees to notify law enforcement of such assault, stalking, or violence, and receive assistance from campus authorities in making any such notification, and obtain a protective order, apply for a temporary restraining order, or seek enforcement of an existing protective or restraining order against the perpetrator of such assault, stalking, or violence. Third, notifying such students and employees of any reasonable available options for and available assistance from such institution in changing academic, living, campus transportation, or working situations in response to such assault, stalking, or violence. Notifying such students and employees of any reasonable available options for and available assistance from Holy Apostles in changing academic, living, campus transportation, or working situations in response to such assault, stalking, or violence. Fourth, honoring any lawful, protective, or temporary restraining orders. Fifth, disclosing a summary of Holy Apostles' student disciplinary procedures, including clear statements advising that victims of such assault, stalking, or violence shall have the opportunity to request that disciplinary proceedings begin promptly. Disciplinary proceedings shall be conducted by an official trained annually in issues relating to a sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence, and shall use the preponderance of the evidence standard in making a determination concerning the alleged assault, stalking, or violence. Both the victim of such assault, stalking, or violence and the accused are entitled to be accompanied to any meeting or proceeding relating to the allegation of such assault, stalking, or violence by an advisor or support person of their choice, provided the involvement of such advisor or support person does not result in the postponement or delay of such meeting as scheduled, and shall have the opportunity to present evidence and witnesses on their behalf during any disciplinary proceeding. Both such victim and accused are entitled to be informed in writing of the results of any disciplinary proceeding not later than 1 business day after the conclusion of such proceeding. And the institution of higher education shall not disclose the identity of the victim or the accused, except as necessary to carry out a disciplinary proceeding, or as permitted under state or federal law. Sixth, disclosing a summary of such institution's employee disciplinary procedures. And 7. Disclosing the range of sanctions that may be imposed following the implementation of Holy Apostles student and employee disciplinary procedures in response to such assault, stalking, or violence. Each institution of higher education shall, within existing budgetary resources, provide annual sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence primary prevention and awareness programming for all students and employees that includes an explanation of the definition of consent in sexual relationships, information concerning the reporting of incidences of such assault, stalking, and violence, and strategies for bystander intervention and risk reduction, as well as ongoing sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence prevention and awareness campaigns. My advice to everyone is to refrain from sexual assault, stalking, or intimate partner violence. But if you find yourself a victim or a perpetrator, seek help immediately. According to PA 1411, each institution of higher education may provide the option for any student or employee of such institution who is the victim of a sexual assault, stalking, or intimate partner violence to report or disclose such assault, stalking, or violence to such institution anonymously. Each such institution shall notify any such student or employee of the institution's obligations under state or federal law, if any, to investigate or address such assault, stalking, or violence, and assess whether the report triggers the need for a timely warning or emergency notification, which obligations, in limited circumstances, may result in the learning of such victim's identity. Additionally, each institution of higher education shall provide concise notification, written in plain language, to each student and employee of such institution who has been the victim of sexual assault, stalking, or intimate partner violence, immediately upon receiving a report of such assault, stalking, or violence, of such victims' rights and options under such institution's policy or policies regarding sexual assault, stalking, and intimate partner violence. So that's PA 1411. It is quite the document, but I believe I have just boiled it down to plain language. Concerning the campus resource team, the institution's Title IX coordinator is Dr. Cynthia Toolin-Wilson. Her email address is ctoolin@holyapostles.edu. Her phone number is 860-632-3022. The Chief Student Affairs Officer is Mr. Robert Mish. His email address is rmish@holyapostles.edu. His phone number is 860-632-3015. My name is Dr. Sebastian Mahfood. I'm Vice President of External Affairs and Professor of Interdisciplinary Studies. My email address is smahfood, that's S as in Sebastian, Mahfood, M as in Mary, A-H, F as in Frank, O-O-D as in David, at holyapostles.edu. My phone number is 860-632-3085. Concerning the external resource team, Holy Apostles is part of the Diocese of Norwich. So we have in the diocese a community-based sexual assault crisis service center and domestic violence agency in the form of Catholic Charities. The Family and Community Services Senior Manager is Tracy Martone. Her email address is tracymartone, TRACYMARTONE, at CCF, as in Frank, S as in Sam, N as in Nancy, ccfsn.org. Her phone number is 860-889-8346, extension 285. We ask that if you experience anything of the nature of sexual assault, stalking, or intimate partner violence as a result of your participation in the life of our community, that you reach out to Dr. Cynthia Toolin-Wilson as our primary response person. This concludes our first webinar, which will be stored as a podcast on Holy Apostles' website in partnership with WCAT Radio. For ongoing information and for a text version copy of this talk, please visit holyapostles.edu/Title 9. That's 9 as in a number, not as in a word. So TITLE 9.
We hope you enjoyed the program and will join us back for another show on WCAT Radio. This is Sebastian Mahfood. Good day.